Hello you. This time right now is just for you and me, and together we're going to completely shut off your mind. Now, you may not have any worries, and you may just be looking to relax, and that's okay too. If you listen closely and do exactly as I say, I guarantee that you will feel so incredibly relaxed. Now, we're going to start by getting in a comfortable place, so I'll give you a moment to do that. Just take your time. I want you to feel really, really comfortable. I know that for me, that's on my bed and cozied up with a lot of cushions and blankets around me. So just take this moment to find a space where you can just pop in your headphones and just switch off. I know that you may be in a place where it's quite noisy, or you're in quite a busy household. Either way, just try to focus on this moment. Found somewhere comfy? Okay. Assuming you have, or assuming that you're in the process of making yourself more comfortable, we can fully get started. Now, trying to zone out the mind can be really, really difficult. So I like to picture the mind like a big switchboard, literally a board full of lots and lots and lots of different switches, and every single switch represents something that's stopping you from fully committing to relaxation. And I know you're thinking it can be so simple to visualize that, but to actually turn off those switches that represent anxiety or worry or stress can be so much more tricky. So let's begin by getting you in a better state of relaxation before we focus in on those switches. So I want you to start by placing your hand or hands onto your sort of chest area, or just around your sort of rib cage, wherever you feel most comfortable. So you can place it here or lower down here, because I want you to feel and be in touch with your breathing. Now, you may think that this is a little bit silly, but just connecting with yourself in this way just helps to ground you and center you. So give it a try. Just find a place where it feels nice and natural and comfortable, and even if it doesn't, just stick with that. And together we're just going to do some really slow breathing. I'm just simply going to ask you to breathe in and out Nothing fancy, just reconnecting you back to basics. So let's breathe in and out, and just breathe in and again. Good. Just feel yourself becoming more centered, more grounded. Let's keep going. So breathe in. And again. And every time you breathe in and out, you can just feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed into that comfortable surrounding you created. So breathe in again and out. Breathe in and out. And I want you to just become very aware of your body, your legs and feet, arms and hands. Just sort of stretch out now and get yourself in a really comfortable, relaxed kind of pose. And just really become aware of your weight, whether that be that you're sinking down into a comfortable sofa or chair or your bed. Wherever you are, just become very aware that you're just sinking down deeper and deeper. You feel so comfortable. And we're just going to help every part of us just relax. So we're gonna wiggle our fingers and our toes. Just start nice and simple. Just really stretch them out as well. And just feel yourself just letting go, because our bodies hold so much of the tension that we create. This is all about just letting go. I know you can do that. So just stick with me. Just wiggle those fingers and toes. You're doing really, really well. And just still feeling that sensation that you're just being pulled downwards, just sinking into your comfortable place, just feeling so warm and relaxed and at ease. And just carry on wriggling those toes, wriggling those fingers, just feeling yourself just letting go. And you can make little circles with your hands and your ankles if you wish, just to let go of any sort of tension that you may be holding in these areas. But if that feels like too much effort, you don't have to do that. Just do whatever feels right, okay? And just feel your legs becoming just relaxed. You know, they work so hard for you every day, keeping you going, and they get tight and tense, but you're gonna give them permission to just be at ease. Just relax and sink down And as you're doing this, you're feeling good. You're feeling happy. You're feeling content. This is exactly where you're supposed to be. This is exactly where you're supposed to be. You are so relaxed right now. You're working your way up the body. And remember to release that tension that we often hold in the sort of hip zone as well. Just relax. Find what movements help to release any tension, whether that be sort of a slight wiggle side to side, or just figure it out. There's no right or wrong, just you being here, being focused with me right now. You're making all the right moves, okay? And just coming further up the body, being aware that your chest is relaxed and you got that breathing pattern under control, because you are in full control right now. There's nobody else in control of you, in control of your mind or your body. You are in complete control and you feel so relaxed. And you can just bring your thoughts up to your shoulders and your back and just becoming really aware of your spine. And if you can, just stretch up just a little bit. Just imagine you're being pulled by a light string, and you may think this is difficult to do whilst laying or sitting down. Just picture yourself just stretching yourself out, even if you can't do it fully. Just allowing that spine to realign, and you feel so relaxed. You can feel all the tension and the muscles just fully easing and unwinding and almost unlocking. And you can feel those shoulders now just settling down, and give them a little roll if you can, backwards or forwards, and just allowing your arms to go nice and limp now by your side, and just allowing them to just feel free, and whether that means you're stretching them or you're just staying completely still. You're doing so well. And as we come up to our neck and our head, we're just gonna let that go nice and loose. Just releasing any tension. This is the zone where we all know we can feel tight and tense, being glued to those devices and our screens. And if you can just reach your hands up, just sort of lightly rotate the back of the neck, just releasing any tension. Or you can just carry on and just moving your head, or just keeping it still as long as you are in touch with the zone, just being aware of it and how it feels. Good. And you feel so content right now where you are. Good. Now we're going to work on those switches. And I know that at this point you may think you've done enough, in which case you can begin to just drift off. But if you still feel the need to just turn off all those things that are still buzzing in your mind, we can do that right now. I'm here. So, let's start by thinking of the mind a little bit like a room, okay? One big room. I'll let you picture yours however you picture it decorated. But just picture it with a big board in. And on this board there's a number of switches. And as I mentioned before, each switch represents a thought that you're having right now. And together, we're going to turn them off. So, I want you to visualize yourself standing in front of this board, okay? Don't worry if you struggle visualizing things. Just try and get an idea, try and imagine those thoughts and anxieties as actual things, just to give them a little bit more weight so that when you get rid of them, it's going to feel more significant, okay? So just do your best right now, just get them in your mind, okay? Good. Okay. So, when we look at this board, everything at the moment, to begin with, looks a little bit messy. We've got sort of switches all sort of mashed up together with loose bits of wires here and there. Looks very, very messy and hard to deal with. So we're going to start by organising this board. Now, I know that you may not love or relish in organisation, and that's okay. But this is going to be the type of organisation that's really going to help get everything just back the way it should be. So this is for your benefit, and it's only going to take a little bit of time, okay, I promise. So I want you to look at this board, and I want you to take what you feel are the most important and the least important things, and I want you to organise them, okay, going across the board from most important, most sort of bothering you, to least important. And I want you to picture just physically just moving away any of the rest of the cluttered, sort of messy switches and wires, just to allow your mind this time to just truly reorganize the main things. Because we tend to focus on so many different things, and we can become so cluttered in our minds and ourselves. And just feel as you do this the relief, because you're taking control right now. And as you do this, you start to see the things that are in your main lineup of switches, and you can begin to organize those. So let's start nice and simple, and let's take something that's less important. So this could be a more minor issue. Let's say you've had a frustrating day and all the little things have just built up and they're really bothering you. Maybe on the lesser end of the scale, we've got things like a not very nice email from someone at work. You know, that kind of frustration. Perhaps we got something like you didn't really enjoy your meals today, or you didn't have time to grab anything. Perhaps we got things like you were late for a meeting, or you had a really bad night's sleep last night. I want you to organise this lesser end of the scale, the things that we know in reality aren't really gonna sort of matter in a few months or a few years' time. They're just temporary switches, things that are much easier to switch off and move on from. So let's just do that now. Just picture yourself just organising them. And don't worry if you can't get them in an order you're 100% happy with. Just by doing this little exercise with me right now, it means you're taking the time to recognise what really matters and what really doesn't. And that's the important thing, just beginning to separate the important and less important. So by moving the sort of really basic everyday frustrations down that board, down that scale in your mind, things are going to become so much easier because you automatically clear at least 50% of what's bothering you. Meaning you've only got just a small amount to deal with. And that's much, much more manageable. So, with another nice deep breath, I think we're ready to just start turning off those lesser switches, okay? And I want you to really feel like as you do this, that it is gone from your mind and tomorrow is a new day. Okay, so let's begin. Turning off switch 1. Okay, and just feel that weight off your shoulders, that relief from that release. Just feeling a little bit lighter. Okay, you've done so well. And now you can, when you're ready, start to turn off the rest of those lesser switches. Okay? Good. It feels like something that is so simple, but it's so effective, and you're just freeing up your mind right now. You're doing such an amazing job as you allow yourself there, just sinking deeper and deeper, just feeling so relaxed, so content. And I know, because I know you, there's a little bit of resistance, a little bit of nervousness, because you know that you're going to have to tackle that sort of higher end of the board. That's okay, because we've got this. Alright? Think how far you've come in such a short space of time. Okay? We're going to do this together. Okay. Okay. So, the things that are on the upper end of this scale, as we know, are things that maybe run a little bit deeper. Maybe they've been on your mind for a while. Maybe you're feeling unhappy at home, or stressed about work or school or college. These are things that are just niggling away a little bit more than those lesser things. Maybe you've got stuff going on relationship-wise, whether that be romantic or friendship or family. You've just got this stuff going on that no matter what you've got going on during the day, even if it's a good day, when you rest your head on that pillow, those thoughts tend to just spike up a little bit. Well, we're just going to learn to just minimize those a little bit, okay? Because what we need to remember is those big switches can become small ones. Alright, and that may seem so simple, but I promise you, you can do this, okay? Now I only want you to focus on one thing that's really bothering you. And that can be something that's, as I say, been going on for a while, or it can be something that really affected you deep down today. It can be anything that's just truly bothering you and you don't think that, you're going to be over it by tomorrow. Okay? So, I just want you to really hone in on this issue and think about how it makes you feel. Now, I truly believe that we shouldn't let things that are negative just live in our mind rent-free. We've just got to let them go, because if it's something that isn't bringing you joy and positivity, then is it really, truly worth focusing on? Do you deserve to feel negatively? No. Because you are a good person and you try your best and you're kind and loving and you are loved. And even if you are resistant to people in your life telling you good things, you have to start believing that you don't deserve to feel any negativity. You don't deserve these thoughts that consume you and prevent you from that properly good night's sleep, or stop you from being, fully productive in your day. You don't deserve that. So I want you to really focus on that negative energy and how that makes you feel, and become aware in your body. You can feel yourself becoming a little bit tighter and tenser. And now, I want you to turn that switch off. Just picture turning it off. And I want you to take a nice deep breath. And I want you to focus on how much better your mind and your body feels without this thought consuming your mind. Think how much happier you feel, and think how much happier you will feel when you gradually begin to work through the rest of those big switches. Because you are in complete control. You can organize your life however you want. You can reprogram your mind. You can reprogram your body. You are in full control. Always. And you will feel good and happy and well rested. And I know that things like this may seem too hard at times, but that's okay. You don't always have to be perfect. You don't always have to get a hole in one. You don't always have to be right on the first try. All you have to do is try. And give things your best shot. Because that's all anyone can really ask in life. And that's all really anyone is trying to do. Just get through their day the best they can. Trying to be moderately happy. Trying to have those goals and dreams and aspirations. Wishing the best for their friends and family and loved ones. That's all we can really focus on that's positive. And allowing our minds and bodies to feel anything else but happy and relaxed is just not productive. We want to be feeding ourselves with this good energy, good vibes, and when we have a bad day, we need to realize that doesn't mean tomorrow's going to be bad. Everyone has bad days. But tomorrow may be a lot better. And the next day after that, you may smash it. It may be the best day of your life. But only you can make that happen. And that all starts by getting your switches in a row and switching off the things that just consume you in a negative way. You're in complete control and you feel so relaxed right now, don't you? So calm, so in control. And I think you've done so well. I'm going to let you work on the rest of those big switches because do you know what? Just being able to turn one off is so powerful. And as you drift off, maybe you'll be able to begin to work on those others. But you don't have to do everything at once. Okay? But you've got this. I promise. So I want you now to really close your eyes because, you've been sort of drifting in and out. And just close your eyes for me now. We're just going to count down from 30. And then I'm going to wish you a wonderful sleep. Okay? 30. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17,